Literature reviews are summaries and critical evaluations of the research within an area of psychological inquiry. A meta-analysis is a type of literature review where the authors use quantitative procedures to statistically combine the results of studies. Authors of literature reviews have a monumental task set before them since they are essentially tutoring their readers on the current state of research. To help the reader make sense of the research, the literature review process starts with the gathering of the experimental literature and then progresses to examination and evaluation by defining and clarifying the problem, synthesizing previous investigations or studies, identifying relations, contradictions, gaps, and inconsistencies, and suggesting the next step or steps in solving the problem. To help with this, authors will typically organize their review by concepts, theories, or similarities among the studies reviewed or the historical development of the field. In addition to all of this, the most important task the author has is to provide a final direct message for the reader, highlighting the significance of the research and suggestions for future courses of action. Let's take a closer look at a literature review found via PsycInfo and examine it for these components. By reading the abstract, we can see that the authors seek to explore inconsistencies in studies relating the self-reported adult attachment to romantic partner preference. And they have identified 3 hypotheses tested by all the studies: that individuals prefer a partner with a similar attachment style, a complementary attachment style, or the attachment style most likely to offer attachment security. Typically, a literature review will explore the history of the underlying theory that all the studies have in common. In this case, the authors delve immediately into the theoretical underpinnings and foundational research of adult attachment, such as Bowlby and Ainsworth and other notable scholars in the area. Having laid out the theoretical framework, the authors next identify and define specific attachment styles explored in the literature: secure, preoccupied, dismissive avoidant, fearful avoidant, etc. The authors then explain their research gathering process in the methods section: where they searched, the keywords used, their follow-up on reference lists, and the types of publications used. Additionally, they requested studies from key researchers in the field. All studies that directly examined partner preference or matching and reported non-random pairing of any type were included in this literature review. The authors also note 2 primary areas of adult attachment research: the developmental psychology perspective and the social psychology perspective, and they explain that their focus was only on studies that utilized self-report measures. Finally, the authors present the 16 articles that were selected in Table 2, highlighting the manuscript and study, focus, sample, experimental design employed, specific measure used, the supporting hypothesis, and finally, the publication source or journal the article appeared in. The discussion section analyzes the studies, identifying relations, contradictions, gaps, and inconsistencies between them, and makes recommendations for the next steps in learning more. This article should give you a pretty good idea what you can expect from literature review and meta-analyses you find within the psychology discipline. As you can tell, these types of articles are a wonderful recap of the major studies within an area of research. If you can get your hands on a literature review or a meta-analysis for your research area, it would be an excellent launching pad for your own proposal. A good literature review will be clear, direct, and organized.